Salutations, everyone. This is Razor, and today is April 1st, so I wanted to bring you guys thoughts on April Fool's Day because I ain't no fool, but this is still a day. Now, the thing about April Fools is people kind of they fuck it up. And not just people, but large groups of people, in charge of, the corporations or companies or a Facebook page or something. They really fuck it up because in April Fools, everyone is expecting something. But at the same time, you're always going to see millions of people get fooled year after year after year. And it's crazy to me. Just because people they'll forget about the day, or they'll be like, "Oh, I don't know, this looks pretty legit." I mean, when you see a news story or anything posted from anywhere and it says April 1st, you kind of just like kind of shake your head and be like, "Nah, this no." You can't believe it, and it's dumb, but still people fall for shit. But what offends me on April Fool's Day is when they really fuck up the April Fool. They fuck up on the prank. Like, when they have something that's supposed to happen midnight, May 31st. I mean, that's just a stupid strategy altogether. I understand some people will fall for it because they think it's still May and they internalizing, they're not realizing that at midnight it will be April 1st. But come on, to have something really special and anticipated to start the second it's April Fool's Day is just ridiculous. You're asking to get caught. And that's kind of what happened for a few things yesterday. Big fails. Nickelodeon tried to pull a big one on some old school Nickelodeon fans by saying early last week that there was going to be a long lost episode of Rocko's Modern Life that was going to premiere on midnight, May 31st, which is, of course, April 1st. And I saw, a comment in there saying, "Oh, it's on April Fool's Day. It's obviously a prank." So, and I was like, "Oh, okay. It's definitely a prank." But whenever something happens at midnight where I live, it's usually just going to be 9 o'clock because I don't live on the East Coast, and that's where the world revolves around for some odd reason. So I was like, okay, yeah, it's definitely a prank. Why would anyone have anything happen at midnight? The second it becomes April Fool's. So I went ahead and checked it out because it wasn't going to affect me because it wasn't even April Fool's Day. So that's just a fail on them. You can't get fooled as an April Fool unless it is April Fool's Day yet, which it's not going to be if it's 9 o'clock on May 31st. So I watched it. It was a jar of mayonnaise for all 30 minutes of the episode, which is kind of a funny troll if you think about it. A legitimate TV program posting a picture of mayonnaise for 30 minutes. Kind of funny. Also, an inside joke has something to do with another episode of Rocko's Modern Life, and that actual episode was going to be shown after the prank. But it was okay effort, but still to have something happen at midnight is just dumb. I read so many things that were April Fools that happened before it was even April Fools. YouTube tried to pull off this, "Oh, YouTube's getting shut down." It's like, really? Come on. The YouTube community is going to be expecting something like that just because, we're into technology and trendy shit like that. So the YouTube community is going to be expecting something like this from YouTube. And to say that you're going to shut down YouTube, really the third biggest website in the entire world, no one's going to fall for that. Nobody's going to fall for that. If you're going to do an April Fool, it's got to be believable or at the very least funny. Uh, Apple tried to pull off this whole stupid April Fool at midnight, or actually, I think it was even a little before midnight on April Fool's, that they were going to come out with this gaming console called iPlay, and it was just ridiculously stupid, obviously fake. Like they weren't even trying to make it seem real, and it was just a fail. And it's embarrassing seeing all these companies and big faces trying to pull off these April Fool's Day pranks that are just never gonna work. It's embarrassing. It's insulting to a viewer or a customer or anything. because it's like you really expect us to fall for that. I mean, if you're gonna try to pull off an April Fool's Day prank, it's gotta be good. It's gotta be subtle. It's gotta be like 85% truth and 15% lie. That's how you tell a good lie, is with a lot of truth behind it, and then a lie at the end to just trying to wrap it all up. But if you try to pull something off an April Fool's Day, that's really not going to work because a lot of people are going to be anticipating it. But at the same time, a lot of people will fall victim to this every year. Like, let's say if Taco Bell announced a new taco today. So it's like, oh, it's a Doritos Locos Cool Ranch and barbecue and matzo balls and hamburger patties. People would line up at that because people are idiots and people are always going to fall for shit like that. But for the most part, it's just a bunch of epic fails. And sorry, I didn't try to troll you guys on this video, but I'm just way too lazy to do something like that. But those are just my thoughts on April Fools. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.